Hello everybody, it's been a while. Yeah, the last video that I did was, I think it's on 21 September. It was about Battleship, and yeah, almost 2 weeks has been passed since I did that Battleship project. Even though I did the video on 21st, I completed it around like 16th or 17th. Yeah, 16th. So yeah, 2 weeks has been passed, and this is my next video about another project that I completed, which is a CV application that's under React course. So yeah, I would say that my progress isn't that bad. Yeah, I completed the introduction section, getting started with React, and also midway through the state and effects section of React, and I only have like 4 sections left without including the conclusion section. And yeah, it's the first project of React course. First of all, I would like to say that compared to what we did earlier in the JavaScript section, I would say that these projects are comparatively easier. Like the CV application wasn't anything hard, and I would assume so that for this memory card and this shopping carts project as well. And I thought that when we enter the React section, we would definitely get some resume worthy projects, but I don't know if they are worthy enough to put on a resume. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my misconception. Yeah, but I would definitely say that I don't know if it's because my skills has been progressed or anything like that, but I would definitely say that when I compare it to the advanced JavaScript section, it's definitely way easier. Maybe because it's a new section, new coursework, and they haven't put much work into the sorry, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, but anyway, it's easy. And yeah, if any one of you, like, I was literally sad when I had to go through the JavaScript advanced JavaScript section. Sorry, not advanced JavaScript section, because like it just threw me off, and I thought that every other coursework will be the same. Like every other would take me like 2 3 4 months to complete like JavaScript section, and I was quite, to be honest, quite dismotivated after that. But everything went smooth. Like the project in advanced HTML and CSS was also easy, and this one is also easy, at least the project that I did right now. I hope that it continues this way. Maybe it's because my skills has been progressed. Yeah, whatever the case may be, everything good. And yeah, I'm just taking my likes, and I got 2 likes. Yeah, 2 likes. So before showing my project, what this project basically is, like, it wanted us to use the use state hook of React. Like, it's the use state hook basically is a feature or function, should I say function, of React. Yeah, it's used to like say the state of a component, and if the state changes, the React will re-render the component in a good manner. So yeah, so the main responsibility for us to use that hook here, yeah, we definitely have to like use it multiple times throughout this project. Yeah, but anyway, the assignment was like the requirements was quite easy, to be honest. Like, section to add personal information, section to add any education information, and section to add practical experience like work experience education. Then there's submit button and edit button, which I didn't make, because I made so that in every, like, if there's anything any change within the text box or input field, then the content on the other side will automatically update without clicking on the submit button. I think it's better than like they mentioned here. Yeah, yeah, I definitely made this components directory, and later it got some messy due to me having many components. But yeah, I should say that if we go deeper into a project, then we definitely have to like split it again into multiple parts. I don't know, I haven't researched about it, but yeah, it's something that we have to mindful about. Then they said to use a styles directory for keeping the style files, CSS files, but I didn't use that because I thought maybe I would go with Tailwind for a change. Tailwind is basically a CSS framework which is used to make writing CSS easier. Basically, I would say basically it's a framework that contains many CSS class, and each class has some predefined CSS styles and properties that the author have written into, and we can just use those classes everywhere. So like if we see a class name somewhere in our anywhere in our project, then we know what it is. But yeah, it will quite some time to get memorized. Yeah, but these class names are semantically good, so it's nothing hard. I would say 1 week would be good to like take a note of 90% of these class files. And yeah, maybe you would be thinking that if there's like repeated divs with same style, then we have to like copy the class files over and over again. But it's not something that we have to worry about in React context, because React is a component based library, right? So if there's anything that needs to be repeated, then we can just make a component map over through it. So yeah, and yeah, we only have to apply those CSS classes to that component only. And yeah, uh, Tailwind is good, but I would say that it's all that better. Its installation is easy and has many options that we have, that if you want to edit, then we have the option. And yeah, I would say, I don't know, but we can use the like class files to make like too many animations. Like they don't have that many options for animation, and also for grid template columns and things like that. I don't know, I haven't checked properly, but we have to use this tailwind config.js to make new classes, or like assign some properties to a unique name so that we can use. Yeah, but definitely it makes the job quite easy for most of the 99% of the things. It makes it easy for us to do, so I don't mind having the extra step for like grid animation and stuff. Like I don't know if there's anything, if there's steps for that. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I use Tailwind for this project, and this is basically my project. And yeah, and the last thing that they say is to just push it somewhere, anywhere. They don't care, they only want a live link. And this option Netlify, Vercel and Cloudflare that they put here, I have used Netlify before, and Vercel I haven't, and Cloudflare, actually Cloudflare holds the hosting of my current portfolio, seanbinu.com. Netlify I don't know, I think they have like, yeah, maybe I think they have like maximum number of three sites that we can only push to. Maybe I don't know, maybe this is basically static, right? The React page is static. The current React project is static. I don't know, but anyway, I went with Cloudflare pages, and it's nothing hard and it's quite easy. So yeah, I went with that. So I will close this and I will go over my project. Basically this is my project. I have personal details section and education section and experience details and a resume settings section, and this is a resume view. This is a component, this is a component, this is component, this is a component, this is a component as well. These four are same components, but yeah, we map through some objects, like objects contain the details of input field. Yeah, I will show it later. And then there's, yeah, those are the only things. And one thing that, like, actually developing this project in React wasn't that hard, but the thing that threw me off again was making this responsive. Like, I could make it responsive, but the resume would have to, like, we can make a resume flexible in our web app, right? Since a resume is something that will be printed on a A4 paper, it should have its plain layout without any layout shifts. Like, yeah, now it works, but I had to try like many things to do that. First of all, I tried, like, what should I say, tried like transform, scale, 100 VW divided by 21 cm. 21 cm is basically the width that I put here, the width of the A4 paper, and it didn't work. And yeah, it will show something like invalid property. Yeah, I thought, first of all, I thought it was something wrong with my browser, but it wasn't. Basically, when we divide, we can divide or multiply a unit scale with another unit scale. We have to use something like, what, it's still showing, sorry, it should be calc. At this point, I don't know what's happening here, but I tried doing many things like that. I asked ChatGPT. What's happening here? I don't know what's happened, but yeah, it didn't work. Like, I tried many things, but it didn't work with native CSS. So what I did was, like, you see here, when I scale, when I resize the window, it goes up to a maximum of scale 1 and it strings up to 0. You see it going live. So for that, use state React hook wasn't particularly useful, and I had to use ChatGPT to write me some code, and it used use effect hook, which I didn't know. And yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, it let me use effect hook, which will be what we will learn in the next section. Yeah, use effect hook. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work with native CSS, but anyway, this is my project. You can see the code here, but I would really advise against saying this, because yeah, make it yourself and don't try to copy others. Like, don't try to copy others code. Maybe for some inspiration then you can use, but I don't want to, like, explain the whole code here. But yeah, maybe we'll show something. And yeah, this is my project, and this one is a past submission of the same project, and you can see the similarities. Yeah, I definitely got inspired, of, like, at least copied the UI of this project. I would say that I didn't copy any of the code. I only took inspiration of the UI and I made it similar to this, but I would say mine is better. Maybe it's personal preference, but I would say mine is better, and his is also not responsive, and mine also has a save PDF button as well, which he don't have, and his, like, this isn't good, since we have to cancel it before selecting the next education, and mine is, like, it's just a drop down. yeah, if I wanted, I could like animate these things like what he did here, but I didn't have the time, and I didn't want to spend so much time into this like a starter project. I will definitely spend more time in a later good project that I will put in my resume. And I can add a new section here, and I can edit the details. It will all updated, and it will all be updated live the resume. And then there's experience. We can add a new button here. This color is definitely taken from my old taskwave project. Yeah, these are the colors that the same colors are used here. And then there's the accent color section. And yeah, let me show you something. Now this font color is white, right? I will be only doing selecting the accent color, and when I select white, it will shift to dark. And yeah, I had to do some ChatGPT work for that. Basically, like whenever I select the accent color, um, I have a function to calculate the luminosity of that same color, and if it's less than 0.5 or greater than 0.5, I don't remember, I go with the white font color, then else the dark font color. And I also have a section for changing the font style. This sans font is Rubik font, which is the default for this, and then there's a serif, which will basically it uses there's a tailwind class for changing fonts, so I use that. Yeah, when choosing font serif, yeah, these are the fonts that will get applied if there's any or UI serif is this like the default computer font. I think it's a default computer color, whatever the case may be. Yeah, yeah, and there's a save button, and when I save, it will open the print menu, and it's something that I spend quite a time on, because yeah, printing, it wasn't anything hard. Like I only had to do window.print function when I click on that button, but I had to make sure that only this resume view will get printed, and for that I had to do some style stuff like for media print. Yeah, I had to search quite a lot to do this, like yeah, but it's worthwhile, and I learned a lot. And yeah, that's it basically for my project. And I will show some of my code base, not everything but some of it. This is the tailwind config. My HTML doesn't have anything. Of the src, there's index.css, which contains the things that I showed earlier, and some tailwind markup that need to be put there for tailwind to work. Then main.jsx, I didn't do anything here. Then this is the luminosity function, which we use to calculate the luminosity of the selected accent color. Then there's the app.jsx and components. Basically, I have some data, default data or initial data, should I say. And yeah, I also have some generated IDs here, since it's something that Odin taught earlier. Yeah, like if you want to map over a array, we need to like give a key value, and yeah, there's nothing in this that would be something unique, so I went with this. And instead of creating states inside each of the components, I had to make the states here. Like I forgot this is the scale function. I don't know what even what it's doing here. I will learn it later. And yeah, this is just dividing window.inner width by the A4 paper width in pixel. Now this is basically 21 centimeter in pixel. Yeah, let's forget that. And then these are the use state, hook, and the return values. I had to do it here because like I have to pass those value to the resume view here, right? Like this is a resume view and I have to pass the values from here to here. So for that to work, I couldn't make them inside each component, and I had to like make them in a parent of resume view and the parent of the other components. So that's why I did that, and I basically what I did was then pass all those return hook values to each component as a prop, and then I use that prop here there. Yeah, same for the resume view. I don't pass the set functions here, but yeah, the rest of the values I pass through here. Then there's my components, which are quite self-explanatory. I don't have to explain anything. You can see if you want. Yeah, I just have some of the yeah, edit card, education editor. Yeah, so like I have something called, what's the name of that, entry um, sorry, editor card, and these are the editor cards. Like this is one editor card, this is one editor card, and you may be asking how I have different input fields for each one of these. That's because I have a in each component I have a fields object which contains the label, type, and the key of each of those input types that I want. So I just map over them and yeah, apply it through the. So and this is also a component. This is called editor card, sorry, entry card. Yeah, so this is why I said Tailwind was quite a good experience to use with React, because since everything can be composed into a tiny component, we can use Tailwind easily. And yeah, so that's it basically for my project. If you have any doubts, you can definitely go over my code base. I will link it down in the description. And yeah, happy grinding. See you soon.